Yo, what up everybody, it's your boy Fitzmonk TV here, aka G-Lauren33, and I'm back with a huge video on the channel for y'all today. Today, I can say proudly that Dragon Ball Super will be returning. We've known this, alright? We've known this since Dragon Ball Super ended with episode 131. Remember this image on the screen right now? The last image from Dragon Ball Super, which was Goku and Vegeta battling out in Super Saiyan Blue. And the narrator said, hope to see you guys soon. Then we got the announcement of the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, and the movie it was a huge success. It's released in almost all the countries now. There's still just a couple other countries that the movie still hasn't been released in. I believe it's screening in India in the next couple of days, and there's a few other releases. But for the most part, Dragon Ball Super Broly has had its worldwide release in almost every country, and it's done huge numbers. It's one of the highest grossing Dragon Ball films of all time, if not the highest grossing Dragon Ball film of all time. But we're talking about Dragon Ball Super, and my source, Geekdom 101, you guys know who he is. He is probably the most credible guy in the Dragon Ball community. His sources have told him that right now Dragon Ball Super is back in production, and we kind of known this, alright? Dragon Ball Super Broly, they finished the movie late October, alright? And then they started working on Dragon Ball Super. Remember, the reason why Dragon Ball Super ended after the Tournament Power arc, because they wanted the prime focus to be on the Broly movie. They wanted the movie to be as good as possible, and they succeeded in that. Right after they finished working on the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, they went back to working on Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super has been in pre-production now for about 5 months. Alright, the reason why they went into pre-production so early, if you guys remember, back in 2015 when Dragon Ball Super first started airing on Fuji TV, remember those first couple episodes were really poorly animated. Alright, we all remember Dragon Ball Super Episode 5, probably the worst animated Dragon Ball episode of all time. The reason why they started production so early is because they wanted to avoid that. They wanted to give the animation staff as much time as possible to work on the series, alright, so that the animation will look as clean as possible. Now let's talk a little bit about who will be doing the character designs, alright, the main animator. Remember, in the past, it's been Yamamuro, alright. He was the one for Dragon Ball Super, and remember, his best work, in everyone's opinion, was back during the Dragon Ball Z days. Well, he will not be doing it this time. Alright, the person that will be the main character designer for Dragon Ball Super will be Shintani. Alright, you guys should know who Shintani is, because he was the main character designer for Dragon Ball Super Broly. Alright, and everybody was happy with the new look, the fresh look he brought to the Dragon Ball franchise. He will be continuing that in Dragon Ball Super, and I'm very, very excited to see that. So another question you guys might be asking, is Dragon Ball Super, is it going to look like Dragon Ball Super Broly? Well, not necessarily. The animation will look a lot better than Dragon Ball Super did back when it first started in 2015. Alright, the episodes will look a lot better, a lot cleaner, because the animation staff has had much more time to work on the animation. It's not going to look like Dragon Ball Super Broly, because Dragon Ball Super Broly had a huge budget. Alright, a huge budget for its animation. Alright, the animation when Super comes back will look good, but it's not going to look as good as Dragon Ball Super Broly. There might be certain episodes that might be on the level as Broly, like big fights and stuff like that, but don't expect it to look like Dragon Ball Super Broly all the time. The animation will be good, much better than how Dragon Ball Super looked during its first run, but it's not going to look the same. Alright, also, Dragon Ball Super will still be called Dragon Ball Super. It's not going to be a whole new Dragon Ball series. It's going to be most likely continuing off of where we ended with episode 131. Alright, so most likely when Dragon Ball Super comes back in July, is mostly going to continue with episode 132. Alright, when will the official announcement be made for Dragon Ball Super's return? Well, most likely, based on what we've heard, it's going to be either April 26th, April 27th, or April 28th. So about a little over a month. Alright, my birthday's May 1st, so this is going to be a huge deal. The reason why they're going to wait is the 30th anniversary of when Dragon Ball Z started airing on TV is at the end of April. Also, around this date, back in 2015, that's when Dragon Ball Super was first announced. So it's going to be very ironic when they announce Dragon Ball Super returning around this date for those reasons. Alright, so expect the official announcement coming around April 26th, April 27th, or April 28th. Alright, the last bit we got to talk about, some of you guys might be wondering, will Dragon Ball Super start off with the Broly arc? Based on what Geekdom told us, no. Alright, and I'm kind of happy, and I'm kind of, you know, a little sad, because the Broly movie was so good. I just didn't want if they did the Broly arc in the TV show, alright, if they decide to retell the story of the Broly arc, I felt like the TV would take away from how great the movie was. That was really my only concern with the Broly arc. But, you know, I still want to know what was left from Toriyama's 3-hour script. Because remember, Dragon Ball Super Broly was an hour 40. There was still a whole another hour and 20 minutes that was scrapped from Toriyama's original script. Alright, and I still want to know what was scrapped. Alright, but you know, maybe that will get told to us someday in the manga, or maybe if they give us an uncut version of the Broly movie or whatever. Alright, but right now, as of right now, when Dragon Ball Super comes back, they won't be retelling the Broly arc. We don't know what arc they're going to be starting with. Most people believe that they're going to be following the Moral arc. It's going to be interesting because right now we are in March. When Super comes back, it'll be July, so we'll have another 4 or 5 manga chapters to talk about. By then, by July, the Moral arc might be done in the manga. We don't know. Alright, but most likely Dragon Ball Super will come back with the Moral arc and go from there, or there's a chance that it could go even further beyond and, you know, start right after the Moral arc. But Dragon Ball Super will be coming back in July. We'll be getting episodes every Saturday. Most likely there's a good chance that Dragon Ball Super will get its normal time slot back, and the anime that's been in Dragon Ball Super's time slot since Super went off the air will get pushed to another time slot. That's most likely what's going to happen, but we don't have the official news on that. Once that comes out, I'll make sure to relay that information to you guys. But the good news is Dragon Ball Super will be returning in July 2019. I cannot wait. As we get more details on this, I will make sure to report them to you. But let's all be happy. Super is coming back. Alright, that's about all I got for you guys today. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Enable notifications by clicking the bell right next to my name, Fitzmonk TV. Every time I post a Dragon Ball video, you guys will get notified. Thank you guys for everything. I love you guys. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day, guys. Peace.